I'm Michael Vagg. I generally get called Mick. I'm from APTUS Construction Systems. We're based in Brisbane in Australia. We were looking to grow our team, and initially we were doing all of our recruitment locally in Australia, and we were struggling to find candidates, let alone high quality candidates, just getting people to apply for the roles. We filled a few roles, but we wanted to grow more and faster than what we were able to in Australia. So we were able to find some very high quality people in the Philippines. Obviously, there's a much larger pool of talent versus the Australian market, and in particular, the Brisbane market. The population is so much bigger, so there's a lot more people. And then by going offshore, it instantly created the remote work. So it wasn't even just restricted to the Manila area. That brought in people living all over the Philippines that were able to also consider for roles. I'd had some previous experience with some offshore teams that had been quite good, very positive. So I didn't have much of a fear on it to create a barrier, and that's kind of what pushed that along. Surprisingly excellent. We weren't initially intending to hire 3, we were intending to hire 2. And the second round, we weren't initially intending to hire 5, we were intending to hire 3. The people were really good, and we didn't want to let them slip. We found good people and we wanted them on our team. We've been really blown away by the quality of talent that's been put forward to interview, and once we've taken them on board, how good they've been. We've only had one person that hasn't worked out, and I wouldn't even say that's because that person was not highly talented, just not properly suited to the role that we were trying to fill. Part of it is understanding culture, building a rapport with the team is the big thing, but just being able to sit with the team, work with them, do hands-on, face-to-face teaching so that they get the training that they need to succeed, and we build that rapport that they are comfortable to come to me with questions, and bringing other team members across as well to be involved in those meetings, open further doors for them to be able to get more perspectives, more exposure to training, and build wider rapport with the greater team as well. It's hugely valuable. I would expect that that we would be continuing to have, I don't know when it'll be, but I would be very surprised if we didn't do it on a fairly regular basis. The value that we see in the face-to-face time is enormous to us, and particularly if we're going to be growing our team further, which I do expect we will, that initial, when they first start, getting some face-to-face time on the first day or within the first week or so, just to us seems enormously valuable. This one that I'm on now, we're asking them to take a pretty big leap in the role that they're filling, and they've done it fantastically. They've grabbed a hold of it. They've understood everything that we've been asking them to do. That's part of why we decided to increase their role, increase their involvement with our firm, because they had a lot of skills. And each time I ask them to do something, they blow me away a little bit more. One of the things in Australia is the attitude that people in Australia have towards offshoring has a tendency to be that the quality isn't there. And a lot of the time there is some cultural barriers there, but they're not insurmountable. Treating the offshored staff like you would local staff is probably the big thing. They're part of your team. And if you treat them like that, treat them as employees, that just like you would back at home, that makes all the difference.